hunger, lust, sleep, hunger, lost, sleep, lust, sleep, the body's first pedagogues of finitude. The appetite teaches the rhythm of arising and fading. The myth of the bodily completion is the origin of neurosis. Satisfaction is a pause, not a state. Every satiation decays into curiosity. We fear pleasure because it dissolves our boundaries. To yield to delight is to risk dispersal. The anxious prefer control to bliss. Omniscience about pleasure is the mask of terror. We invent morals to dam the flood of joy. Pleasure is what we do, satisfaction is what we imagine. To seek satisfaction is to dream of final forms. Human ambition is the translation of appetite into destiny. Satisfaction is pleasure's autobiography, a story it can never finish. The success story of pleasure is always posthumous. The sublime is pleasure stretched beyond endurance. It is the mind's orgasm without the body's release. Ultimate satisfaction is the secular name for apocalypse. We call the experience of limit spiritual to avoid its terror. Ecstasy is the moment when incompletion feels complete. Power too leaks, the sovereign is never sealed. The tyrant's body is the fantasy of closure enforced by fear. Political order is the containment fantasy of collective libidos. The republic of desire is founded on porous boundaries. The commonwealth survives by tolerating leakages of pleasure. A realistic sexuality accepts the impossibility of completion. It treats frustration as texture, not flaw. Its ethics, fidelity to imperfection. To make love well is to honor the leak. The best lovers fail beautifully. The imaginative elaboration of physical function is the blueprint of art. Imagination reworks bodily incompletion into communicatable forms. The artist is the child who plays with the debris of satisfaction. Erotic creativity is the reuse of leftover longing. To imagine is to leak meaning deliberately. Many avoid pleasure because they suspect its truth. To fear satisfaction is to cling to mastery. Avoidance is a defense against surrender. Our culture's absenteeness are disguised orgies of control. Every chastity is a method of excessive desire. The psyche is a divided monarchy. The ego rules by delegation, not decree. Desire is the anarchic province that keeps the regime alive. Analysis is the parliament where drives debate. Sanity is the constitutional balance of passions. Ambition is erotic leakage into the future. The artist, the saint, and the scientist are lovers of impossibility. Satisfaction deferred becomes vocation. The unsatisfied invent disciplines to survive longing. Culture is what libido does when it loses faith in orgasm. To leak is to live. Morality begins when containment fails gracefully. Virtue is permeability without collapse. The just soul breathes through its cracks. To be good is to circulate. Every loss returns a pattern. Desire remembers its failure as form. The repetition compulsion is love's method of survival. What leaks today irrigates tomorrow. Nothing's truly lost, remains dry. Satisfaction is not the end of desire, but its echo. What leaks becomes lineage, what spills becomes story. The impossibility of completion guarantees continuity. Every pleasure returns as question. The condition of life is that everything leaks, and in leaking, everything lives again. To be alive is to be something that enjoys itself. Knowing that we live begins with the body's murmur of pleasure. Existence announces itself as excitation. Life is not a meaning, but a trembling. The body is the first philosopher, its reasons by sensation. Hedonism in the unconscious is not pursuit, but structure. The psyche does not seek pleasure, it is pleasure rearranging itself. The unconscious is a factory of displaced enjoyments. Desire is the migration of pleasure across forbidden borders. Every symptom is a disguised ecstasy. Pleasure is displaceable, transformable, reversible. We can enjoy pain and suffer joy without contradiction. Pleasure moves through us like weather, ungoverned, recurrent, wild. Its migrations create the climate called psyche. Hedonism is meteorology, not morality. The mind labors incessantly to process pleasure. It binds, redirects, represses, and sublimates excitation into form. Every act of creation is a method of containment. To enjoy is to organize excess. Culture is the history of how humans store excitement.